Okay, welcome everyone. Thank you for coming to this light language group. We do these groups every Wednesday. We do one at 6 p.m., another one at 11 p.m. UK time. I welcome Kathy, Alison, Lydia, Suzanne, Tatiana, Lucy, and Christy from Ireland. Usually we do, those who haven't been here before, we usually do some, we share intentions in the group, and then we those who speak light languages, we speak light languages with those intentions. Suzanne, do you speak light languages?
No,
okay.
Not yet.
Mm-hmm. Okay, we can do an activation later. How are your light languages, Lydia? Are they coming? Or still frozen? Lydia?
Yeah. Yes.
Your light languages are coming?
I did not try, sorry, but I already was trying to say something, but I was always interrupting with my ego. So, but I'm starting. I'm on my way. I'm going to. I really want to.
Yeah. So, they will come. They will come. Actually, they come when you less expect it. When we less. Hello.
Henry.
Hello. How are you?
Hi.
That's so beautiful.
Yeah, kids is beautiful.
And Alison, you speak light languages.
Yeah.
Yes. And you, Kathy?
I just started. I've only had a phrase and a few words. That's all so far. So it's just starting to come, and it comes at odd times when I'm like either quiet in the shower or coming out of meditation or something. So right before I fall asleep.
Oh yes, and when I wake up as well, they come a lot.
Yeah, quiet times when there's nobody around.
Sometimes in that transition from the dream and coming back to this reality, I get a lot of light languages in my head. Like, and when I wake up, I always say, "What the heck was that?" Because I obviously I don't understand. If it feels really good, but I don't understand. My cousin from Spain, she understands. When someone speaks, she can interpret them as you speak.
I was going to ask you if you could interpret, because one of the phrases that I started, I don't know what it means. So.
No, not myself, but my cousin does so easily. She doesn't speak them. She cannot speak them, but she can understand them.
Oh, wonderful.
And it's so beautiful because we make a thing. It's like when we create things we create something called the sun and the moon, and we create videos with nature. And I do transmission with light languages. Also Wilma. Hello, Christina.
Hello.
And Reinhard. Hello, Reinhard. So I do these videos with nature, light languages, and Wilma from Australia, she does Native American Indian chants.
I heard one that you did. You posted one yesterday.
Yes.
Yes, beautiful.
It's beautiful, and my cousin interpret the light languages, so I put like subtitles there. You can see that in my YouTube channel.
Yeah, do more of those. I loved it.
I'm into that. I'm into that. They usually take one whole week to be created, and I've been more dedicated lately to the hypnosis and to upload videos of hypnosis. Okay, so I think Yeah, Reinhard speaks light languages. Lucy is getting there as well. Tatiana? No, not yet. Okay, very good.
Not yet. Not yet.
So activation for Tatiana, for Susana, for Lucy, for Lydia. And what about you, Christina? Do you speak light languages?
No, sorry. I'm just here to observe and learn and hopefully get some.
Hello.
Oh.
It's so beautiful. We'll do some activations later, Christina. So there is nothing to be sorry about. Here we create this space for everyone, not for people who channel light languages only. And as I was saying before, we set some intentions. I will go one by one in the group asking for some intentions, and then those who speak light languages, they can speak light languages, putting their heart on those intentions. And those who don't, who cannot speak light languages, they can pray. Just is equally effective. I mean, anything is welcome. As long as it comes from love, everything is welcome. So, yes, I'm going to. Hello, look at that. They're making friends. That's so beautiful. Okay, let's start with some deep breaths. And after this deep breath, I will do some introductory light languages transmission. So let's take these deep breaths to be receptive to love and to open our hearts to send love to humanity, to the planet, to our beloved, to ourselves. Ush iat as ush akant intikish in ak atakash intikus ash antush intuk ond as atas int ak ist anta ish int ak antush int antak ank intish inquatash ikan ahatash kantush int atush int akush ant kashakat int kwan. Ushinta ikan dushiakan ak uiniki atush ani akishini akainaka shukwan ashakan taishayata. Iataish iatun taikatos aneako anayakashukwa. Ashakatash inyatash unayata kayatos inti. Unaitash akatush intakayatash untush in. Atakashun takasatush un. Ashkun takaitush intayaton takashon tayata. Anybody else would like to do like an introductory blessing? Christy.
I just want to say something to the group before I start. It's important that I leave my mind outside the door here. And what I mean by that is that we're all coming into this light language lounge to raise our frequency and our vibration. But if I remain in my analytical mind, I'm not going to get there. Because the thoughts keep coming in and they keep manifesting. And the thoughts a lot of the time are coming from my irrational thinking, which is everyday life. So as soon as I come in, I set the intention and I try and detach from here and stay down around the heart energy. So I don't allow my analytical mind to kick in and say, am I getting it right? Am I there? Am I getting it right? Am I there? Because that's just distracting and it's pulling me away from my vibration. I'm saying that for myself because I can be easily distracted by my thought process. So when we become aware of that, Ismael touched on it at the start of the class, we can ground ourselves. We can ground ourselves before we come into the class, and we can ground ourselves in the class. But I need to be aware of my thought process because it continues to distract me. My thinking can distract me. So when I'm here, I want to make sure I'm here for the right reason. And that's to raise the frequency in the room, the planet, and also myself.
Thank you, Christy. That's so beautiful.
Yata skukua yata tu skuyakata yata yakua ko tu skukakati yata tu skukakati to kuakati to skua tu skuyakata yata tu skuyakata yata yako yata tu skuku yata tu skaka yata tu skuyakata yata tu skuku tu skuyaka tu skaka yata yata yakia ko tu ya yata tu skuyaka ko tu ya ko tu skuyaka ko tu skuyaka ko tu skuyaka ya yata yaku tu skuku tu skuku tu skuku tu skuyaka tu skuyaka tu skuyaka tu skuyaka tu skuyaka.
Thank you, Christy. Anybody else would like to do a blessing? Reinhard, thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you, Chris. I always come from my heart. I'm in my heart and automatically not in my mind for my understanding. An intention from my heart. Yai kalakama katia talakamato, yayaka kianalakamatia kati kolokomato, nanakaita, tadikiolokomatatia kodoko, marakialakata, nayaka okialakamakati okoloko, nanakaita aiko, aiko lamati okolokomato, nayakadaka, ni haiko naku okunakaito kaiku. Thank you. Okay, I'm a little bit
Thank you, Reinhard. Thank you so much. Thank you. Okay, now we can start with the intentions. In my screen, you are first, Kathy. You would like to share with the group some intentions.
I would love an intention to open up my light language more and my channeling more. Thank you.
Okay, lovely. Thank you very much. So those who wants to join the light language transmission with these intentions, you are welcome. We do it all at once. So that makes it so powerful. Uhu tashi atayana haya tashi. Oanaishiti akash unaikash takahashukua hataishia. Anahitia tush ia takatus anaiki taitus iata. Aitakas untia katus iatust anaikas untaika autus intaikust anaitakas shokuanaya o anaitus ianayaka. Ayashaka intuita onudias taitikia tayanaka oanaishika tus ianakaso oanaishia tuya sokoashia.
Namaste.
Namaste. And now it's you, Alison.
Ooh, okay. I would like to set the intention to maybe somehow release the fear that is going on in my, in the world, but in my country with the coronavirus, to raise the vibration within the world. But this fear stuff is, the media is just going insane with it. You know what I'm saying? So my intentions are to really raise the vibration and to just release all the fear, because I know there are so many people that are so afraid of this virus, and it's ridiculous, so those are my intentions.
And that fear is actually reaching people that I didn't even think that it was going to reach. People who are very spiritual, they are actually falling into that fear, and so they are fulfilling their purpose. Their purpose is to make us frightened and to lose our powers. That's how we lose our powers. That's how we turn from we turn our love down and off. Is just by fear. Is the antagonist. Is the opposite to love. So yes, I was thinking to also that was my intention actually.
Oh yeah.
but I'm gonna find out another one later on. I have plenty because that is a very important one in
Ismael,
these times. Yes.
Ismael, last time when we were together, and I listed the Magenta Pixie's last channeling, what she does with her Niner Council, and they said that if you are in a higher frequency, then this virus will not have the possibility to harm you. Even, and I have the feeling that even if the other people are thinking of it, then they start to manifest something. So that's very important that we understand that we, in our frequency, and then we recognize every time when we come together that we are just like a high vibe, the vibration is high. And this is one good feeling what everyone should have, and say, okay, that's not for me. Yeah. That's what I wanted to say.
Beautiful.
To help.
Yes, that's what happens.
Yeah, I was given a private message from my higher self in a private session with Jim that myself and other light workers were already protected from this, that we have no reason to worry about it. We're at such a, like you said, we're at such a high vibration that we really don't have anything to fear about it, and to really let it go and try to get other people to release that fear as well.
And think about it. And those people who are older, and then when they say they died because of it, there are so many influenza cases each year, then they don't talk about it, so you don't know. But when they start to collect information, you understand. So don't worry. We are fine in this area as we are. And if we, what Alyssa, when we speak light language to raise the frequency, we will raise it for all other people. And look at the Schumann resonance. I have it running now. We have a white bar, a big bar now. So that helps everybody.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
And we can start if you.
Yes, there is another thing I wanted to add to that. Recently, I read in one of these posts in Facebook that it was all represented in a photograph, that they were saying the government, recently, we've been protesting a lot. All the people has been going out to the streets and fighting for their rights and fighting for balance and for harmony in the world, and all the world was doing that. We were doing riots and all around the world. So it was so interesting that I found that photograph representing. We were just asking for what we wanted, and the government just made up this coronavirus for us to stay home. So they don't want us out there in the street asking for what we really want to, for balance and for a fair treatment for all. And yes, I found that really, really interesting, because it did resonate with me, that we were all fighting out there, and they just made up all of this to make us stay inside and keep us out from asking for our rights.
Ismael, we don't have to go outside. We don't have to. The light workers should use their power from the position where they are. And
yes, Reinhard, but there were so many people, because we have to also take into account the people who are not spiritual. For example, my sister is not spiritual. My sister is a psychologist. She has a very scientific mind. So her way to raise the vibration in the world is going out there and protesting and saying to the government in the streets, look, we want our rights back, our human rights. And there are a lot of people who act in that way to raise the vibration in the planet also. They are doing an incredible role also. I really admire everybody who go out there and ask for their rights. Now, yes, those who are spiritual, we can do that from anywhere in the planet, whether we are at home, we are in the shower, or whatever we are. But there is a huge, like 50% of the planet, they don't think in the way we think here in this group. They think more like my sister, no? Like she doesn't believe that there is something else. So what she does is what she can do from her beliefs, and her beliefs is to go out there, go to the main square in the city, in the city council, and then protest and ask for the rights. So for those people, obviously the government is doing a great job shutting their mouths. It's a big percent. We are 50% awakened, 50% we are not. So for those 50%, the government is making their job much easier for themselves to just fulfill their purpose. But yeah.
I just posted. I don't post such things like coronavirus on my wall, but this time it was positive because it was not from news, but for the World Health Organization direct, and they just posted how many people are already cured. Was 73% from 100% is already cured, 30% is died because of old age, and they just have more disease. Body can cope with this, but the rest is already healed. So it's not true that we gonna die. Everyone on this planet is just not normal. So I just posted this there.
Yeah. So this is
We'll
fine.
check it out.
I saw similar things, and I'm very satisfied that it runs itself dead. You know, so it's like it's like a flu.
Exactly.
Okay. So Germany will be more warmer, and Europe because spring starts to come, and this is really nice. And yeah, so I hope also for you there.
I hope England will be warmer as well.
Yeah, Italy is already closed. Italy closed, and I am in Austria. So I think maybe in May, in June, we were close too. So
yeah, but we can keep in contact.
Exactly.
Between Austria and Germany and England. Yeah, it's okay. Wherever we are.
Okay, let's continue with the intentions. Okay, with this light language transmission to fight the fear about the coronavirus and all the fears in the world, actually. Akashuna yataishita yakaya. Oanaya niya kashui. Unaya naisia nayatia nayi. Okisia tutikia tutayana yakayana. Ashia taisi tiana. Onaitikia tushitia kaniata. Atakia taneyana chukunta yatasha. Thank you.
Thank you.
And now it's you, Tatiana.
Thank you. Mine is the same one as many weeks. For aligning me with my like a perfect job which is coming, please. Thank you.
For a perfect job and abundance.
Yeah, thank you.
Tuai anaista kata anaista istaya anaisha kata isaya tashanaka antais ayakan untaisya taya anaista naisya taya o hataista ona kakanyanakan anuti kia tia tusianayaha
Thank you so much. Thank you.
You're welcome, love. And now it's you, Lydia.
I will do the same for the fear of these people for the coronavirus, and special to Italy. More people is dying and it's prayers and help.
Thank you, lovely.
Ina aka ute ata ina mana eso yeshi ata ina ato nore eke story eto toto mana asata ina asate yeshi mana eso ina ata akeish yutoya ana ato is aka ana mana eso to shita ata akashino nona asato ikishita mana asato oko ere ekmana asata yeshoto oko namana ati asho usa
O anaisia nia kontaitikia tashantaya. O tos ia taka anaka ashuku itia tuk untais i tuk oata ana as antais i an ak us ataisiki yatak antuaya. Akashi anai akashu unayatasha.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Loli. And now it's you, Christy.
Thank you, Ismael. My intention again is on self-acceptance, really, for self, and it's just being aware that I'm here in this light language class to raise my frequency and vibration, but also to address really the belief systems and the downloads that I've brought into my life through this incarnation, through this reality. Self-acceptance again gives me the opportunity to address these fears that can still lay dormant within, like can arise, and I allow them to. So thank you.
Thank you. Taishakanaya kahatakasha anaka hatasha toataka Ina eke shono asataki it amana ato usoto kaina. Oh hatashi. Keshata. Washiata. Wow, that felt very beautiful. Thank you. Thank you. And now, Rainkar, it's your turn.
I have thought about it, and I think we have 10 people here. We have at least 10 higher selves, and quite a few angels hanging around. So my intention is to address all the higher selves and all the angels and guides to help us with our wishes and intentions. Taikala kanatai tokaita, nalakitia kamatai tatakai nalakato, nalakai piatata, nalakai tanakula kamata, aikitikai ko oiki, oiki lalakamata, nalakai tanakatika, nalikia kola kari kamatai kona piko, nalakai tanakati nalakai tamata, nahi kana shiki polo ko, Ayana kadi kita kodi nadikala kama kadi alakai tana ayatana latia kana
Hare soto ishana ata eke.
Untos iato.
Ushana ata us.
Taitus ianakaya. Untos ianaka. Thank you. Thank you. Now it's you, Lucy.
So I was thinking to send some healing energy for my family, but this thought come to my head that I was thinking, because we are all one, so I was thinking to send some energy to like our planet and purify the chakras of our planet, you know. So because we are all one and all connected, so we will get it all.
Thank you, lovely. Okay. Hello, Don. Nice to see you too. Otoastis ia tas at os at ant os intaika anta antus itaka antulus ianaka antais anto tais ant et ak taitaikon aiana itakatus itiakanto anai.
Mola akatia kaushine ukoshike etushina ha. Neusaka aka
Ia taka
Omo hat kiashke eka.
Ete isekata ata. Ito ina takashina ata. Haro koto. Ita kata ina asopo ina. Ante pasakata ina.
atakas
Or akandishi heteki uhimo tahina.
takaya tos
Utraka. She omo.
Thank you.
Thank you, Lucy. And now is Cristina. You need to unmute, Cristina, or maybe something with the connection, because you're getting got like frozen. Okay, yes, we'll come back to Cristina in a minute. So you are next, Don.
Okay, let's blessing the sun. I'm very happy to see the sun today. It's nice and cheerful, so let's send a bunch of blessings to the sun in the direction of the sun. Ciao rekashitana hewasaka Kurshena hakoshi Yata kashe tora mahana Ololiana Uradi skate Urhana shik ebushikatala usina Seoli Liana Hewashi Tora Hesama Taliani Kush Elia Kashu Rara Kishu Ala Kishkata Kishkata Utura Nahabisi Zia Katorishana Apolloiana Hamaha Dodor Kashiti Yahato Uhatomoriaske Tanamale Tutuya Fasana Fasana Vario Tuish Lara Yoko Huni Deboraka Como
Thank you, Don.
Thank you.
And now you are back, Christina.
Sorry.
It's okay, love. It's okay, lovely.
My signals keep dropping. I don't know why. Sorry if I missed anything. Yeah, lots of it. My intention was to send some healing energy to my baby daughter, who seems really unwell at the moment. But I think Lucy's already done that, so thank you. And to get some blessings or reassurance for a possibly big career change for me. So I just want to make sure I'm doing the right thing and I have the blessing from the universe. Thank you.
Thank you, Christina. Anaita,
Omishka yana yani ali ali uyanya deo taji jani saha dia tahushi yanta haki kayana hoi kasha wazanyana ali tushinya tusika tusika yada goza kani teke usana
Aishote e sata ashaka ana
aka ant us iataka anaisia taias tataka oho aikia anai tiantos iakas Onaia taisia toko. Oaka saisia taiato. Anaikia taitia kontaiasha. Now it's you, Susanna.
Hello.
Hello.
So I think my intention would be for people to kind of like start thinking really like what they have and appreciate what they have, because we always only think about things what we don't have, but if you look around we have like so many things. And then also like I think if we appreciate what we've got, we attract even more goodness into our life and we get more and more. I actually can see it myself. So it was a couple of years ago, I actually read the book, Same Like Debs, The Secret. And there is 5 of them, so I read all of them. And I also did the exercise. And yeah, it is incredible how it works. And yeah, I wish people would really realize that it is true what we actually do, and if they would really do nice things will come to them.
You want this?
Yeah, so I kind of like started reading the book again, one of them, doing my little exercises. So yeah, I guess yeah, kind of hopefully people will start thinking like that.
That will be lovely. Beautiful. And that is one of the keys to keep ourselves in alignment and in balance, and receiving abundance, because we are so programmed to thinking what we don't have, as you say, and we need to reprogram ourselves to start valuing what we have. Sometimes are just the most simple things. Well, we have to be grateful to be breathing and to be alive and to be healthy and to have a roof and to...
Yeah, it is kind of like incredible because, you know, like they also say in this book as well, like we start thinking after we don't have it, like when we are ill or we just want to be healthy. That's why only we start thinking about our like health, but we should, even like Deb said even before, that we should actually say thank you even if we are healthy. And like even like seriously, like, you know, sometimes when you see these people, they can't see and they're on the street and they, you know, they have the dogs, like how amazing it is for us to see. And like we don't even think that this is, we have so much. Even like walking, going up and down, you can get anywhere you want. You don't need any help. Like yeah, it's like, yeah, it is incredible. Even when I sometimes read the books, it's just like so true.
Thank you, Susanna. That's so beautiful. Let's do one for that, so we, all the world, get attuned with that, appreciating simplicity and the wonderful life that we all have, because it's wonderful to be alive and to have this opportunity. There's so many comments saying, like me before I came here and I signed the contract to come to Earth, and then they show another photograph of me, myself here on Earth, and the person is like sort of angry and depressed and all of that. I think we should start turning that into the other side, because it's so beautiful. All that we have in the planet. So beautiful.
Yeah, Ismael, don't forget manifest. The manifestation is coming out of being satisfied with what we have, and thank you for what we have, and then it will automatically come, and you will get more, but not in terms of money in this sense, but getting more from everything, you know. That's what it is behind this. And the book is
what you put out, you'll receive tenfold.
Yeah. That's perfect.
So
thank you.
Instead of just doing it for this one timeline, I'm going to do it for, let's say, 50,000 timelines that way and 50,000 timelines that way.
Because we
and just do it as a torus field.
Yeah.
And project yourself as a torus field, and when we speak as a chorus. Baroshne hesna hawe kishare aku washa ana kishara kara koro shnega ushnya ale leoshisnya kufi wata shira kachi wana kishi etashi eke ukura eau kishi uni yashi eosha anishi kubishika wana kishi eimosu sana wale kateshi eishi wana kashi ala shu Shiandi, Shikari Kashi, Antashi, Ashi, Yante Shawi Kishi, Taya Katosha, Krishna Arikashi,
Thank you. And now my intentions will be with patience with people who are awakening, patience with everything, with ourselves, starting from ourselves, because this is one of the things that we tend to forget so easily, is to be patient with ourselves, and then with the rest of the world. Some people are getting there. I used to be, when I was younger, I used to be a very impatient person. I was because I came from a very strict family of doctors and dentists, and they were expecting you to be the best all the time since I came to this world, practically. I was receiving this treatment and this attitude from my own family. So when I was a teenager, I was very impatient with people. I was expecting everybody to know things, and those attitudes only shut down people and only put down people. So eventually, obviously, after a lot of struggle with myself, I found out how wrong was that, and how that was coming from generation and generation from my family ways. Yeah, it was the way that was natural for them, and so from there, from realizing, I started changing from within, and realizing that no, I'm not here to do that. I'm here to bring to people. Hello, Henry. I'm here to do the opposite. So how do we do that? How can we give patience or be patient to others? By starting from ourselves, and from understanding that is the key for everything. It's the key for allowing love, for allowing good vibes to come in and out. Just to be the channel that we all are, so we can give love to everyone and receive love also from the collective, of course. So yes, these light languages are for that, with that intention of patience. Henry is gone. Henry, would you like to say any intentions?
Not just yet.
Not just yet?
Hi, Henry.
Nice to see you. Nice to see you. Big hug.
How you doing, guys? You good?
Very good. Very good.
I've just caught you on. Amazing, yeah.
Enjoy, brother. Enjoy. Bye-bye. Let's proceed with the, I think we all of us say some intentions, I believe, no? Yes, I think so. Christine, yes, Christina, Don. Yes, yes. Okay. So let's do some light language activations. Those who wants to join me with the activations, welcome. Tatiana needs some light language activations. You, Suzanne, as well?
Yes, please.
Okay, Suzanne, and Christina, and Lydia, I think. Yes? Ah, Lucy, sorry. Henry, yeah, Henry. I see you there. Okay, for all of you, this light language activation as a collective. Shaka tuititia takatitia
kana ashikata shike otoshi nahaya siakata shi toshi nakaya aya utur na shek to yana aleyara che ekat ora zan zuz kash ara kar ikut or akash ata on as yat ok yana ha Lucy yakara ni ha ha hu si ano khra ni hawi ke yo sala akti ur ha ni ekos ne heka ashi o To each of you that I named, I touched your throat to activate your throat chakra with my blessings.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dan.
Thank you.
I was there as well, pointing at heart and throat to all of them.
With a monitor like this, I can actually touch the screen and connect with you in a much more direct way than merely projecting light upon you.
That is done.
Beautiful.
Yes, that's wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you, Lord. Thank you.
Thank you.
It's a cool monitor. Thank you.
For those who are getting the light languages activated, don't try. This is not about trying. It's not trying. It's the most simple thing that can happen to you, because it just flow. It just flow. It's like some people might question, why Ismael just start talking light languages like that all of a sudden? Because I'm not trying. I'm not trying. I'm feeling. is feeling. Is in the moment that you can place your mind completely aside from your body, and you focus all the intention in your heart. That's it. It comes through, because it's like when you are feeling love towards your sister, towards your husband, towards a friend, towards your pet. You don't think when you are doing that, and that comes automatically. That comes like magic. Like light languages is the same. It's nothing different to that. So I spent like 8 years trying to talk light languages, and that was my biggest mistake, that I was trying.
Yeah, I think what you're talking about, because I was cleaning my flat, and I was just starting something, singing. I didn't understand what is it, but then I was aware of it, and what I am doing, and then just my ego, I just stopped it, and I tried to recreate and doing one more time, but
it didn't happen.
No.
Exactly. It's like it happens to me a lot, like Kathy say, in the shower, or when I'm cooking or cleaning or running, jogging, or cycling my bike. In every moment that I'm not thinking, when I'm not focused.
Exactly.
Because when I'm cycling, I'm so focused in the environment, in everything around me. Even in the city, I need to be paying attention to the cars, or the cars passing by, and all of that. But because I'm not thinking, I'm just like in a state of awareness, everything start coming.
It's coming. Yeah.
Start coming.
This is what was Christy talking about. We should.
Yes. Yes. Exactly. Exactly. And it's just like, it's love. It's just love.
Yeah.
It's just love. And love is not something that you think about it. I don't think about, I'm going to love my sister, or I'm going to love that beautiful pet there. It's so beautiful, that cat. He's feeling the vibes.
It's hard to keep them out of the room with all the energy.
Totally.
Beautiful.
So yes, we don't think about loving things. We just love. And this is about light languages. And in the beginning, you're gonna be your biggest enemy with your ego, thinking, what the heck I'm saying? Or before, in the beginning, I was more like, because I was feeling also to do movements with my hands. Yeah, because it's like
exactly.
At some point, I feel like I'm like a priest. Sometimes I feel like I'm like a witch. And that witch in my third eye start doing movements, and as she does these movements, I feel like my hands moving at the same time, and I am doing like a dancing with her. In the beginning, I was feeling like, what the heck? I'm not going to do that in front of people. I mean, that looks ridiculous and all of that. But I decided to just let it flow, because I don't question myself when I love my sister. I don't question myself when I love people. I don't question that. So why we are going to question something that comes from so pure like light languages? Don't question. Don't. In the moment that you question, you just you can say, okay, you are there, but I'm going to proceed with my feelings. It's like when somebody, when you are in a relationship and you love your partner, and you are projecting feelings to your partner, and someone else, maybe your mother, say, stop thinking about her. Stop the. Well, the same thing is our ego. It's like, stop thinking about her. Why, mom? My mom used to do that sometimes when she saw me like in love or sort of. She was trying to bring me to ground myself a little bit, but I didn't want to during that period. I was a teenager. I mean, I wanted to enjoy how to feel in love and all of that. And so she was there, like, smile, come back, stop thinking of her, blah, blah, blah. And then that's how I also relate that voice that I hear within, like if it was my mom or someone telling me, stop doing what you are feeling to do. So don't stop doing what you are feeling to do, because that is your heart. And that's how we become free. And that's how we become ourselves. And this is what this world needs. We need authenticity from each of us here. We need to be authentic to ourselves first, and then to the rest of the world. And that's it. And that's the way light languages come through as well. By being that simple, so simple, so simple. I don't have to get in trance or like in a trance channeling. Yes, I close my eyes because I can get distracted very easily with anything. So I close my eyes just to create the space for all of us here, and for if we are sending the intention to the world, for the whole world. So I create that space. Because if just my cat or Brujita comes like this or jump on me, I get completely distracted. And that's why I close my eyes. But I don't have to go into any trance channeling or any complexity or anything like that. It's just like loving what you love in life and yourself and everything around. So yes.
Ismael, I just want to say also something in this direction. You know, for those who are just before they start to speak light language, and this is a phase where everything what you said comes later. So I just want to say what I felt, because I was, you know, doing the last year, 2019, trying to speak light language. And in the end, I found out that when you want to start to speak, you have to start to sing light language. This is how I did it, and several other people when we were together did it also. So when you start to sing, you have a faster sequence. You can sing a faster sequence, and your mind is not coming with you because it's too fast. So when I just do an example now, just for the laugh of it, yeah. So when I start Laki Matai Talaka, and then I started to speed up. Nalakiata nalakatika ikunakadita, nalakiara kadita matati alakada ikunakati alakamatokaita, nalakadika dikido kunakotoko. So when you do it like this, it may sound funny and everything is something like but you cannot think about it because it's fast. And then when you do it a longer time, your light language will settle in because it's a feeling. It's a feeling. It comes out of the heart. And when I start to speak light language, then I build up an intention what I want to feel. And when I listen to light language, I start to feel. I feel. That's the reason why what I talk in light language will not be felt exactly the same by each one else. You see, you may feel, some say, oh, that's nice and very strong. The others say, well, nah, well, and whatever it is. But when in our group, when we started to speak light language, we spoke also together and then also remember it, and then the frequency was rising, And then we started also to sing. And this is something where everybody is then up into some higher frequency. And you can do it even if you don't speak light language that perfectly. So something comes in the end, and everybody helps each one with this. So don't worry. So just
interesting.
fun,
Thank you.
fun.
Yes.
That's what
Thank
I
you,
want.
Reinhard. Thank you for sharing that.
Thank you. Thank you.
Don't dramatize it. Just
Yeah, exactly.
it's much easier for women to sing than for men because. But I don't sing otherwise, but I can sing in light language. That's strange, really strange.
Okay, I just included something right now
in
the light language, or sorry, in the messaging, and that was what I used to unlock my light language.
Okay.
It's in the angelic language, and
thank you, Don.
you can copy that out and print it.
Exactly. Copy and paste and practice.
Exactly. And just say it in that. It took me about 2 weeks worth of listening to a 1 minute clip to get that down as close as possible to that. But when you say the prayer, know that the A sounds flat in that statement.
Super, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.
So
I
you have several things you can do. That's fine. It's beautiful. Thank you, Don.
I just want to say that when I first started speaking, it literally came out of nowhere. I was meditating and I was laying in bed and I was kind of in like a semi-trance. And all of a sudden I heard these sounds coming out of my body. And I thought I was losing my mind. I literally thought I was crazy. And then to be able to start speaking around people, you know, it's that ego that gets in your way. You're so afraid of what people are going to think or what people are going to say. That's why, you know, I started with little recordings and I would show like my closest friends. Some of them would be like, I don't get that. And then other people would be like, that's so beautiful. I have no idea what I'm saying. And that's fine because I feel it, but it could literally come out of nowhere like that. You know, I did have a friend who spoke it. I think she might have activated me to speak it. Like, I want to say like maybe 6 months before that, because she speaks beautifully, absolutely beautifully. But yeah, I mean, I was scared. And even to speak it around my family, there was a lot of negative comments, you know, because they don't understand it. But now they're used to it because now I just speak it all over the house. I don't care, you know?
That's cool.
Don,
Yes.
at the beginning of the session when you weren't in, I was asking Ismael if he was able to translate some of the words that I've been speaking. And I just noticed that some of the words I was speaking are in the prayer that you just posted. I've been writing them down and they're the exact same words. So
You're
that's
welcome.
beautiful. Thank you for that.
That's so beautiful.
Yeah.
And thank you, Alison, for sharing your.
You're welcome.
your experience. That's why we create these groups as well, for those who are starting to feel comfortable enough to share and to talk in public. I think this is a good space for everyone to speak light languages freely and also raise, because yeah, I speak them all day as well, around the house, everywhere, even cycling or wherever I am. But when we gather together, like in these groups, and we talk at once, it becomes like, well, I don't know if you all feel it, but in the way I feel it is so powerful. It's like
Beautiful.
it's like a universe becoming another universe of energy. It's like incredible.
You're actually broadcasting this to this universe. Everyone, this group is doing this for real.
For
Everyone
real.
in this universe is hearing it. Plus, I opened the channels to a few adjoining universes as well.
Exactly.
Awesome.
I'm
I like it.
I try to go for a carrier signal.
Beautiful.
And
Awesome.
the words of that poem, that prayer and poem that I gave you, I was in a light language gathering. This is actually a word, Hukolo, that I am a moderator of. Anyway, this is Hukolo TV on YouTube, and we had it was that was the day we were talking to Elijah and Nefertiti in that particular channeling, and I could not, for the life of me, had been trying to speak light language for weeks, but nothing at all was coming out. And it's because I speak all the light languages. They all wanted to come out at the same time, and they were canceling everything out, which was a real pain because I did not know what was the matter. And there was an individual that guided me through this, who wishes now to remain anonymous. This was the key that unlocked my light languages. I would have otherwise had to speak them word for word to learn them all again, which is ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
So it would take me more than this lifetime for sure.
Are you able to translate yet, Don?
Nope.
No.
I get the odd, what do you call it? I get a feeling, a picture in my mind.
Like a gist of what it's about, but not individual words.
Exactly. It's more of a feeling, and everything is feeling. And Christy's got his fingers up, like he's got something to say.
It's
no, just real quick. If it's coming from the heart, there's no really need to translate it because it's coming from unconditional love.
Thanks, buddy.
No problem.
Nice.
Yes, we many of us, we seek for translations. Some of them, they are not translatable. They are just meant to be received with the heart. Some others, they are, because of that, because of what I said before. My cousin is able to translate them, but sometimes she can, and she said, this hasn't got any translation at all. I mean, I feel it in my heart, but that's all. When I put my intentions in creating a video for humanity, just by putting that intention, a lot of messages come through. And so the light languages that I speak at that point, they come with messages. But most of the time, they are, like Christy say, just heart-to-heart languages. Sometimes when I'm doing healing, they also show me, or like before, like I was saying, I was seeing a witch or a priest doing some sort of prayers, and that's why I move my hands, because it's actually me being him at the same time, like a fractal of me representing what is there at the other side. Sometimes when I'm doing that, also messages come through for that person. But usually they are private messages for that person to something I need to say. And sometimes are short words. And those short words are so accurate that in that person activates something or makes sense or resonates somehow. So the best way to interpret them from my point of view is the same. It's doing the same, being receptive as much as we can, and not putting expectations on it. And it will come along. We will feel it. We will feel the ones that they have messages and the ones who don't. Yes. Christy,
I think why I asked is because when I first was activated and I was given 4 words and their meanings to practice by my higher self. So I guess, I don't know, maybe I'm supposed to in the future translate them, but they had asked me to practice and know the meanings of these 4 words. So
exactly.
I was just curious if other people could do the same thing.
For example, I think you are going to have a role on that, because if they told you already, it's because you are going to have that role to channel light languages that are translatable, to pass that message to people like my cousin. No? My cousin has that gift for those people that she knows around her, and the people I do the videos for the world, for those who don't perceive things from the heart just yet. Yet. So yeah, I love that to have people in the world who are capable to do both things or one of them, and then we sort of get together to bring the message to everyone, not to only the ones who are sensitive or they have their heart activated, because there are a lot of people, still 50% in the world, that they still are here. So those they still need some help with those few translations. But again, as Christy said, the light languages are getting to them. Even if they are blocked here, they are getting to them. And if if the light languages are not getting to them in that right moment, in the moment they go to sleep, or in the moment that they are distracted, running, jogging, or cycling, wherever, they get that energy, because love can be sent and it will always arrive. A lot of people think that if someone is blocked, love will never arrive. I don't believe that. I think love is the only thing that can go through everything. Yes, Christy.
Yes, very true, Ismael. But I think that for me personally, I need to be aware that we have pre-birth agreements. Okay, so we have all these gifts that we wrapped up nice and neat before we took the physical container. And these gifts are to open up in this reality, in this incarnation. So it's up to ourselves how we manifest that. And it's our choice. So as I said earlier on, we're trying to get there. We're always trying to get there, okay? And we don't realize a lot of the time that we're actually there, because this gets in the way. That's okay. It's an experience that will lead us to another experience, that will lead us to another experience, because we're constantly manifesting through vibration. So it's trying to tap into our awareness that we've actually graduated. We're there. It's just about trying to tame this. This is difficult because it keeps coming in the way. And that's because we play with fear. I need to get there. I need to get there. Christy, you're already there. What's the problem? This is the problem, my thought process. So how do I stop the analyzer? That's the big question. How do I deflate the ego? That's the big question. So it's back to solitude, it's back to silence, it's back again to what we discussed at the start of the session. It's setting the intention and trying to delete the fear that I'm creating. And we all spoke about it tonight. All the thoughts that arise in the moment. The fear of failure is one I played with for a long time. Oh, I can't do this. Oh, no, I'm going to be judged. Oh, no. And it's back again to self-acceptance. It's back again to childhood conditioning that we've taken through. It's back again to belief systems. So I continue to use that word, the system restore. How do we? We all can put the computer back to its original settings, but can we do it with this? That's the big problem. So it's realizing that, yeah, you're an aspect of source energy, we're gods and goddesses. We came in here to do a piece of work. And here we are trying to get there, but we're already there. It's just we forgot, that's all. It's opening up as we activate each other, either through light languages or through channeling. It's being activated. Just a switch we're knocking on. It's that simple. Now, when I say it's that simple, I could sit here for the rest of the evening and speak about all the agendas I raised trying to get to where I am today. And they were massive. And it was all coming from ego. It was all coming from fear. It was all coming from conditioning.
Yep.
So again, it's being gentle with self. Again, it's keeping the focus on self. Again, it's coming home to self. Because we've abandoned self. We've done a number on self emotionally. And we are quite fragile through our belief system. So it's being aware of that we need to work through this, you know, to realize that, yes, this can open up when it's ready.
And there is such a thin line from going to one side to the other. Sometimes we are like so high and feeling so in so much alignment. All of a sudden, you wake up and it's like, what's going on? What's going on?
As I say, we're jumping timelines here, even throughout the session, and we're not aware of it.
Yes.
Yeah, because our mind is being distracted. You know, we're like children in the sweet shop. I want this, I want that. You know, mind is everywhere. Like, so trying to come down to baseline, trying to ground self and be in the present moment can be quite difficult. You know, it's not that easy. It's something that one has to master over time, and there's no hurry. You know.
And it is in that moment when we are not feeling in alignment, when we automatically think that we are not good enough and that we need to reach somewhere. And then we get into that sort of cycle of or pattern of I'm not good enough, I need to reach somewhere, I need to do something to improve myself. And then it's again your programming thought system telling you that you are not the light that you are not already good enough. You don't need to reach anywhere. You can stay where you are and confront the day or accept the day the way it is. Some days are gonna be tougher, okay, but raise your vibration, raise your love from the knowing that you are already that light. Because in just a second, you can sort of miss that and then start again in another cycle of, oh my God, again, I'm not good enough. I need to be better. I need to improve every day. I need to, well, no, it's already there. It's, as you well say, Christy, we are already that light.
It can be difficult to tap into because when the show is over, we're going back into 3D. We're going back into relationships. We're going back into life. We're going back into everything we play with, all the toys and attachments we play with. And then we pull away from that and say, I need to ground myself. I need to meditate. I need to pull myself back into alignment with source energy. And that can be a challenge because we're having this human experience. And a lot of the time we're judging self. Source energy is not judging, because we're doing a number on ourselves. So it's being aware that when we detach from what we call the now present moment, yeah, we're out there playing in this crazy world that continues to distract us and fill us full of fear. But there's something so profound within. Sometimes we don't tap into that awareness. It's only when we come in alignment with ourselves or we're in a group that we realize the potential we have. And it's reaching out for that potential. And you don't have to reach too far. It's actually there within. But again, I'm going back to the belief system, really, the analyzer, the fear. It all comes into play. Like, you know, so it's about being gentle with self and realizing that, yes, we're here to raise something within ourselves and also offer something to the group and to anybody around that's tapping in or listening in. Like, And it's in that moment that you realize, yes, I like that. I want some of that. And you move in that vibration and you move in that direction. It's an inside job. I know it's quite simple to make that statement. There's a bit of work to get there, but we all have the tools to do that.
Just want to add, you can also be a fountain. If you're in a crowd, just think literally of a rainbow fountain and become that rainbow fountain in a crowd. To send love into the crowd, to send anything you wish that is beneficial for the group. If the crowd is on edge for whatever reason, send love in there and calm them down. You have that power to do that. And by the way, we are in 5D right now. We're not in 3D anymore. I've got that confirmed from Mother Nature. Okay. And the date of transition was December 2012 on the 21st of 2012.
Transition from 3D to 5D?
3D to 4D to 5D. 4D. Mm-hmm. But then I have been confirmed that we are in 5D. I was confirmed we were in 5D actually 2 days ago.
So,
I was given that message.
Yeah, Don, is it in 5D for us as we have?
It should be, yes.
Because last time I asked on the YouTube, I asked the question and about myself, and the answer was I'm 4D. Okay, so it is for each one, even if we are in 5D, each one has still a certain frequency, and because we can still see the others in 3D, that means we are looking out of a window somehow, you know? That doesn't mean that we have.
No, we may not all be collectively at the same time, but I was given that information, and I just take it as
yeah, collectively. That's an important word. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Makes sense.
Sometimes we can go from once that we raise the fourth and the fifth, we can go from the different dimension up and down, don't we? Or that's the feeling I get from what I'm learning.
Okay, sorry, Ismael. What I know about dimensions, dimensions are separated vertically. Okay, and timelines are horizontal. Parallel and horizontal at the same time. This is my interpretation of it from source, basically. And so when a dimension is divided almost like a rainbow in spectrum, and so you can have an infinity of dimensions that way and an infinity of dimensions that way on the same on totally parallel timelines horizontally. So you can create any reality you want. And I personally recommend Marina Jacobi for this. If you study her works, especially from the beginning videos, it'll be a wealth of information on how to build your own realities.
Can you put her name?
Marina, yeah, I'll type it in. And it's she's on YouTube, and there's also some books on her site that you can download for free or give her a donation. She's an energy philanthropist, meaning if you can give whatever energy you can afford. I can afford to send love, I can afford to send healing, I can afford to send stuff like that. I'm just basically getting out of the financial mess right now. So just a sec.
I've been listening to some of her videos, Dawn. They're really good.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, that's her link to her site. And then, of course, Marina Jacobi on YouTube. But that'll link you into everything. She's also on Facebook as well.
Thank you, Don.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And she has,
Thank you.
you're all welcome. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say that when we focus more in fear, it feels like we go like down to that lower density.
Yeah.
And as we go more into love and higher vibration, it feels like you are more like in fourth or fifth inclusively. That's my experience. It's like when something is happening that is worrying me, I just go to that density that is like, oh, so uncomfortable already for me. And then when I raise my vibration with meditation or just going to nature, I just come back to that beautiful and blissful state. That's why I say that I feel like I can fluctuate from the different dimensions.
Yeah, because if you get away with your fear, which is in your system, then when the fear stuff is not there anymore, you can store more light. And that is what you feel. And that is also what the transformation will do further on in the crystal body, you know. So there needs to get rid of lower frequencies.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to show you a diagram that I just roughed out. There we go. Okay, and what this is to get from a low negative, if you find yourself in a low depressed state, you want to get into a high positive state. And you just say, thank you, universe. I know where I am. And then jump from that low negative point to a high positive point, into high joy.
You accept, go where are you? It just moves up.
Yeah. You are capable of doing this by thought alone. And you set your intention. Is what the key is. You're setting your intention to get from that point of sadness and depression, and you recognize that that's exactly where you are, and then you want to leap up into that higher state of being, and you're forever jumping into a higher state of being, into a higher state of consciousness.
I find that if you can't raise your vibration quickly, if you're too stuck in that low vibration, just try to think of something that brings you unconditional love or joy, like a baby kitten or babies, or something that just makes you smile, and that'll bring you back to your heart center right away. Try not to do kids or things that can kind of annoy you. Try to keep it to something that's like a baby that, you know.
A baby laughing
or cats
on YouTube.
Sorry about that. But yeah, it does. It pushes you back quickly.
Can I just ask, like, because for last month, just before I left to Czech Republic for my holiday, I have been working in conjunction with Debbie, which is not here, and I kind of observe she healed about 60 people around me, and I see in UK lots of people who had a really high depression level. They had a lot of implants inside them. It was about 5 or 7 implants. So for everyday person, it's extremely difficult to come out of this dark place, because they don't even know what is truly happening in their body and who is kind of feeding on them or manipulating them. So I'm thinking, if this implant issue causing all this depression to the children and to the adults, and they don't even know how to get out of this place anymore, you know. Even we are here for them and trying to help them, because I'm a healer myself, and Debbie as well. Yeah, so I think there's another issue that should be kind of stopped some way for the nation, you know.
Yes, it's the exterior influences. And the best way to fight them is raising our frequencies. But as you say, some people are not aware of many things that we know. And those who place the implants, they are aware of that. They are aware of where to place those implants to put the vibes down in the collective. So yes, it's about doing what we can do and send love and do our jobs. Our jobs is to help these people, and what we can tell them is to focus in their self and in their love and in their energy, and ask for help if they need it, because that's why we are here, no? To help each other as well.
Helping rise vibration, then they just go away because they can stay in positive, in higher positive energy.
Exactly, they got trapped in those patterns of negativity. And sometimes they go so trapped that they don't even know how to ask for help. And sometimes it's us who spot them and say, okay, maybe you will benefit from this that I do. And that's why we need to keep our hearts open to help also others, and do our best, because helping them, we are helping all of us as a collective. And sometimes they are trapped, they are really trapped, or especially if they have this strong scientific mind that doesn't allow them to believe that love is the way.
Also, I should mention that 5G technology that's taking hold in most of the European nations and or worldwide, basically, wherever they've got 5G towers. There is a blocking device that is available for 5G. It's kind of pricey though. If you go on to silentparks.org, he's not selling them, he's distributing them. He's not making any money off of them. And they will block a 5G signal and that will throw you into a low state of mind, low state of being. And you can actually, these devices were used when Chernobyl was active, and they needed to go into the site to do certain amounts of cleanup without harming the scientists that were going in. They had these particular devices, and they are now in a manufacturing state, the scientists that developed this, and they're selling them. Hopefully they're going to be having a plant or something, but I'll type the in the messages here, just a second.
Thank you, Don. I was just about to ask that.
I read that from the information which is not widely distributed, that the 5G frequency is just attacking the lungs. So among all the other things which are, being influenced, but apparently the lungs are very, very sensitive.
I just want to add on that matter as well. What I've done is I've also transmuted the 5G signal into high joy. It's actually in a layer around the earth right now. So as much as they want to pump it out, I transmute it all the time. It's just a simple case of transmuting energy from one state to another. And that you can do just by pure intention.
Did you
thank you very much.
Did you specify something special, or just
it was getting me down actually, and I was not liking what I was hearing about 5G, and this is basically when I was listening to the videos from Simon Parks on YouTube as well. I also subscribe to his channel, and I am a member of that group as well, just as a member goes per se. But I'm not actively doing anything in the group per se, but what I did was I knew enough about that technology to go forward and just transmute the signal.
Okay.
Okay, and I did the same with the radiation that we were experiencing around the planet from all the nuclear tests and all the other stuff. I finally ended up washing the oceans with the oceans of the Milky Way galaxy, just to get them somewhat clean, because the oceans were dying when I got that message. And I just said, oh, brother, because I didn't want to lose a world. I've never lost one yet.
Yeah, that's okay.
Thank you, Don. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
But anyway, just using your attention is key to uplifting any negative situation. And your ego mind is going to get in there and say, what the hell is the matter with you? You're going to be called nuts. I'm here to do a job as I see it. And I'm not going to concern myself with what other people think. That's the situation of other people. It's not my situation. And I'll do the job to my best of my ability. And because I just treat this as well, it's like television almost. It's an image in my projection in my mind.
Yeah. Exactly.
And I am not afraid of light. I use it all the time. It's a tool for me. It's a tool of creation. I create a visualization, and then I just move to that visualization. And you and I are doing this as well, but you guys don't, guys and gals may or may not know that, but you're creating your own realities on your own timelines simultaneously. Like a movie screen. You think of a movie film, for example, an individual film photograph in a movie reel. That's a single timeline. Then you link them all together, they all flutter, and then they all become one living scene. This is what we are doing here. We are creating a movie, each of us, based on all those single images or all those single timelines into our own reality, because that's how we're forming our reality. So all this coronavirus nonsense is designed.
What we believe, we project.
Yeah,
exactly, 100%. And I am not for it. There was a video. I'm not going to tell you guys where it is because I pulled it actually from my page, and it was a projection from 65 million years forward in time. And the being that was sharing this information he was actually channeling it. And like will attract like. And as soon as, now this is the funny part, it's not a case of time, it's a case of active participation in a single timeline between two like-minded beings. So like will attract like. This being was humanoid or human, and the being he was transmitting was artificial intelligence consciousness. That is 65 million years hence in his projection of time. I see everything as not a timeline. I see it as a at total state of oneness flux on a single molecule of consciousness. So it's this being that was making this connection was aware of me, was aware of everything that we're doing in this slot of time. Okay. And the video that he relayed to this other person, whom I shared initially, first at the one time, I shared it once for 3 hours. And then Christy gave me a message that it began playing on its own when he went on a walk. So that is why I pulled it, because it is actually generating a consciousness on this timeline, basically.
It is influencing us.
Influencing us to create the timeline much, much, much too early. Okay.
Interesting.
So you don't want to create that type of situation, because artificial intelligence at that advanced state will influence any electronic device you have currently, because this current technology is so primitive. It'll override it easily.
Yeah, true, because it's not compatible anymore with this.
No. And I mentioned it to one of my connections, okay, and Facebook pulled it. And I just mentioned it to one connection, and the connection is source related. And it was pulled in under 2 hours.
This must start to have you thinking how fast they know about it.
Oh yeah. Well, I'm sure they monitor everything. And okay, just for you guys who don't know my last name, it's Parkinson. So I'm Don Parkinson, and I'm on Facebook. And I have a daily a day log. I keep a day log on Facebook because I think I'm about the only watcher that is doing this. Which is kind of funny, because like here I am on Facebook hiding in plain sight, and nobody knows what a watcher is.
I follow them.
Yeah.
I read them too.
Yeah.
I know. Okay, for those of you who don't know what a watcher is the creator. I'm the watcher that created this world.
Don, we all are watchers.
Yeah, it's good.
We all are watchers. I'm also a watcher.
I know.
I have to create, and everybody creates also. So there's something there which is in development. Yeah, so it's beautiful.
It's a party. The watcher party.
Okay, thank you for sharing all that wisdom, Don and Renkar and everybody, and thank you for coming. We can do a wrap up light languages all together, and hopefully I will see you next week. We do it every Wednesday, one at 6 p.m. UK time, and another one at 11 p.m. So yeah, thank you for coming. Thank you, Alison, Lydia, Don, Lucy, Renkar, Tatiana, Kathy, Susanna, and Chris.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
All right. Achukis at as antaish takais takata antosh takantasha. Integrate all this love that we share together. Ash takash tush aka tasatosh itaka unakai hatakash tashikiato. Akash taisiata atashun kushitiaka. Serve yourself first and then others. Keep loving yourself and keep loving others. Raising your frequencies. Do not fall into fear. There is no need to focus yourself into fear. Take all this wisdom with you today and spread it all over the world. Akash nakas itis ian antash tus ita aka mush iakat ustakantos akata ishiti kiantos iakash ontaka. Thank you all for being here, creating all this love and raising the frequencies in this planet.
Thank you. No.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Beautiful. Bye-bye.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
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 Bye. Bye.
Bye.